So I went to New York mainly to just get into the scene of all of the different records that I was listening to. It seemed like they were either made in LA or New York. So I wanted to get to New York City. And one way of doing that is studying. So I applied to go to the Juilliard school, and I went to the Juilliard school, put my band together, and just went out, sought a lot of people out. And that was really the beginning for me. The music, I'll draw from anything, or rather I'll steal from anything, really. I love all types of music. I constantly make playlists and curate sounds and experiment with different sound combinations. But really, my experiences have been this city and New York combined. Because moving to New York at 17, I've kind of developed a lot of my artistry in the prime years as an artist, from like 17 to 25, 26. You're really finding your voice. And New York really influenced that. I remember when I graduated from Juilliard the second time, I wanted to figure out a way to take the music that we were doing in like these concert halls and jazz clubs and things like that, and take it to the people.
Yeah.
So we would play concerts, full concerts on the moving subway train.
Wow.
We take the whole band with the tuba and the tambourine, and I couldn't take the piano, so I'd take this, and we would play 30 minutes in the train. And that experience is something that developed just being in New York and riding the train and just feeling the energy of the city and feeling like my music could fit into that, plugging it in like an audio Lego,
Yeah.
And then after that developed, we started to march from the venue after our shows. For the encores, we would take the audience maybe a mile or two up the street. And we started calling these things love rides. But anyway, that's just one example of me living in New York and it influencing my creativity and my artistic voice in a very direct way. I graduated in 2011 and we started doing the Late Show, or we started to build up to doing the Late Show in 2014. And this was when I was about 25 or 26. So I'd never really had a job. I was touring before that, but never where I had to be. We do 202 shows a year.
Wow.
And we write the show the morning of the show, and we tape it at 5 o'clock. So for me, that was brand new, amongst another set of responsibilities as the music director. Also being a cast member with Steven and really, he's one of the greatest improvisers in the world. Just being on stage with him and watching his process and trying to work in his process. All of this stuff took us maybe a year to figure out. You have to go in to go out. Yeah. I do a lot of this. There's a lot of going out.
Yeah.
You have to be generous. In order to be generous, you have to spend time here. Yeah. And for me, that's what that's all about, putting things back in the machine.
Exactly.
Listening to music that inspires me, gives me ideas, teaches me something, or even exploring things that I don't necessarily feel or that don't resonate with me, and exploring why. Just really letting the music be a teacher, and also really connecting with the source for me of all the inspiration of what I do, which I believe it all comes from a divine source. And if that's where it's coming from, then you have to always reconnect with that, because there's a lot of noise. Some people call it meditation or whatever, however they break through the noise to figure out what you really think and what you really feel.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's the most important part in your walk. How do you really feel and how do you really think? I feel like we're in an age where we're constantly being bombarded with lifestyles to adopt or opinions to adopt before we can fully process how we actually feel or what we think about something. So for me, I need to have that distance in order to reconnect with that.